Okay, so I recently watched the Kevin Smith movie, Zack and Miri Make a Movie. That's the title. And there was this character in the movie, a character played by Craig Robinson. He constantly makes reference to his, annoying, nagging wife who's, the bane of his existence. Eventually we meet her for a couple scenes, and she's just about as annoying as, we've come to hear. And this makes me think of this kind of character type in movies and how it can kind of portray women in a negative light. But the thing is, Debra Barone here from Everybody Loves Raymond is how you do this kind of character right. And there's a couple reasons for this, but it kind of tends to come down to a couple things. Now, one, compared to the character in this movie, the Zack and Miri film, Deborah is a major character, not just a character who appears in a couple scenes, as she's, one of the biggest characters on the show. And being a long-running TV series, she gets lots of time for development, and we get to see a lot of different sides of her. She's like a real three-dimensional human, who in a lot of situations, a lot of episodes starts off as somebody who's happy and fine, but after dealing with Ray's family, and Ray in particular sometimes, she starts to get, very annoyed. I just watched the episode the other night where Ray accidentally, where she finds out, I should say, that a while ago Ray accidentally taped the Super Bowl over their wedding video. That's a pretty awful thing to deal with. And all this kind of stuff that she constantly has to deal with from Ray gives her the motivation for acting in kind of the angry, annoying, kind of nagging way that she does a lot of the times. But another thing I think that the show does well is that most of the time, definitely in situations when it's warranted, the show portrays her as being in the right. It's not just, look at this ridiculous woman just getting mad for no reason, not having a motivation for actions. The other characters and their actions and the negative society around her give her a reason to act the way that she does and to react the way that she does certain things. And does she sometimes overreact? Sure, sometimes. But most of the time it's like you get where she's coming from, and she's kind of the one who, I think if you look at it kind of objectively, she's right in the situations, and in many of your arguments and conflicts she gets in with Ray, they either end up working things out in a way that works for both of them, or she kind of comes out on top and shows that she's kind of the one who has more of the power in the situation, or she's just able to convince him that, he was wrong, she was right about something.